guys, it's Andrea. I am here for a brand new Sew With Me series, Red Dazzle. This was gifted to me by Pastry Shop Quilts. I'm going to link the original unboxing. Well, it's going to pop up sometime during this video. I'll do a little, what do they call those things? I forget. But anyway, sometime during the course of the video, you'll see a little card pop up. That'll be the original unboxing. I also have 15% off code specifically for this quilt on their shop, which will be linked down below in the description box. It should come together pretty quickly. It's using a panel as well as just regular red fabrics, all Moda. So, first up, she sent me the 63-inch size, which was, I think the whole quilt kit was like $120 for the 63-inch. There's also a 78-inch. So I'm doing the smaller one, and we're going to make 8 blocks with the panels. And then also going to make 8 blocks with just fabric. But first I'm going to do the panel blocks. I have fussy cut my 8 blocks out of the panel she sent, which there was lots of panels left. You can do whatever you want with. Pillows, what have you. All the rest of it I got cut and ready to go here. Let's get started. So, we have these rectangles here, right? We're going to snowball the top 2 corners with our red fabric. Let me see if we can do that for every single one of them. Looks like we are. So like, this will be 1 block. She gave us a whole variety of red fabric, which if you watch my original unboxing, I'll go and show you every bit of fabric that she sent us, including the background and the binding, everything for the quilt top. So corner to corner, right down the middle. This is a lot of flying geese units, y'all. Lord of mercy. How many are in each block? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 for each block. So I'm gonna make 4. We'll do 1 block at a time to kind of break up the monotony of the 20 million flying geese. But they're not really flying geese, but you know what I mean. They're very similar. So there's 8. Oops. I need to turn that down a little bit. Well, Speedy Gonzalez will do. I said 4. I'm going to make 8. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1 more. Makes 4. Six, 7, 8. Okay. Now don't just go and, sew every one of these to one side, because then you won't have the other side for the rest of your block. You know what I'm saying? That's totally something I would do. And then realize, at the end point what I've done. So even though this is technically just a 2-color quilt, we're using a bunch of different prints for the red. So it's scrappy too. I'm gonna go ahead and pull them off. You'll see me doing these little weird squares as leaders and enders. I'm making an Irish chain out of a 1.5 inch scraps. That's what that is. So I can keep it chain pieced. Here we go into the great wide open. Are you not there? Yeah, she's eating it. Parker. If you hear a knocking noise, that's Parker in the bathroom knocking on the cabinet, trying to get in. Trying to get into the kitchen cabinet. He's doing this on the door. He was doing that this morning. I don't know what his deal is. Trying to get under the bathroom sink. Parker, what are you doing? What's the matter with that crazy cat? Pee poo, cut it out. He's nosy, that's what he is. He can open the kitchen cabinets, but he can't get in the bathroom. Different handles and doors, I guess. I've seen him open the kitchen cabinets. He'll literally stand on his back paws and put his front paws on the top of the cabinet and walk backwards until it opens. But I guess he can't get a good grip on the bathroom ones. So he just knocks on it. He can open the drawers though, and then he'll proceed to pull all of my washcloths out and toss them on the floor. Parker. He'll probably do this in the middle of the night, and I'll tell you what, I'll be so mad if he wakes me up with that nonsense. He tried his dangest to crawl into my sewing desk here when I had the door open. He was right there trying to push his way into the cabinet. I have never done just a 2-color quilt before, so I'm excited for this, and it's so pretty. Pee-poo. By the way, Pastry Shop Quilts, I get their subscription box. It's called a box of treats, and it comes every 6 weeks, and it's fabulous. But she also does tons of quilt kits, a lot of which are her patterns, and they're so good. This is my second quilt kit from her. Super easy to put this one together. The one I did before was called Last October, and it was pumpkins. That was a fun one too. I did do a sew with me for that if y'all want to see it on my sew with me playlist. I also have a sew and tell playlist where I put all my finished projects on there. those are done. Here's a finished 9-patch for my Irish chain. Hey, Pee-Poo. So we're going to have 16 star units in total in the 63-inch quilt. Okay. And I'll just press all of these. Do 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 do. Now's the fun part. I'm going to take one of my fussy cut squares. And I did have a square up ruler that I used to fussy cut these with. And let me show you. That worked really well because see all the lines? If you have a square up ruler, they should have all these little lines on it. That helps you center. So when I put this down, I could see this center star here and center it on the prongs, and I knew that I was bam, right dead center of the block. Oh, not to the fun part yet. We have to attach these 2x2 for the sides. So, left side and right side. And then for the long sides, it's this red dot attached. Red dot attached. Attached. And attached. Now the red dot is consistent throughout the whole quilt. I just cut up right now. I've only cut up what I need for the 8 panel pieces. 8 stars with the panel. And then I'll cut the 8 stars with just fabric after that. Kind of split it up some. Then I'll cut sashing at the end. That way I don't have to do everything all at once. Right, and just press all these. I'm pressing to the solid square on the long pieces. Okay, let me show you this. I love that she's done this. Look at all this extra room she gave us at the top of our points. Now, if you're losing your points on a block like this, you're in trouble. This is awesome. I'll be able to I should be able to have all of my points no problem. I don't want to jinx myself and some horrible catastrophe happen. But I love that. I wish this happened more often. That should be the standard for beautiful points. Just give us more room, man. Now we'll put these two together. You see where I put the block on this side on four of them, or two of them, and this side on the other two, because they're going together. Those are too similar. You know what? I should have done two at once. That's what I'm going to do. I should have done two at once, and then I could keep it going. As it is, I'm going to have to keep using my side pieces. I'll go ahead and start on the next one. If you do two at once, at least. Because I'm going to have to keep pulling this out every time to add to it. I wasn't thinking clearly. Y'all. Let me pull 8 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the next set. Press to the solid. Uh-oh. How'd I make that so oversized? I mean, those are a healthy 1/4 of an inch seams, but they're oversized by that much. Yeah, they're oversized by, I'd say, at least 1/2 inch. Okay, since that looks funky there, that might be where my mistake is coming into. Let me see this one. This one's a little oversized too, but not near as bad. Let me see if the feed dogs can correct this. Pin. put the longer side towards the feed dogs, and that should help take up some of this slack. It should, in theory. Now, this only had about 1/4 of an inch slack. The other ones, feed dogs can't fix that 1/2 inch. I'm gonna have to, I'll show you what I'll do to fix it. This one came out pretty good. Now for this one being so short, long. I'm just cutting this middle, or ripping this middle, and I'm going to make a bigger seam here. I'm going to take this seam in, elongate it. We'll see how that does. I did about 1/2 of an inch on it. Much better. I guess I just had them too. I'm bad about doing scants, 1/4 of an inches, like automatically without thinking about it. And I think this one calls for, a full 1/4 of an inch. When you scant the whole thing, that's probably accounts to why there was such a big gap there. Now it's just about perfect. I guess it's good I just did one to start for trial and error. Hopefully I won't have that issue the whole time. That would not be good. Like I said, the other side was fine. So I definitely think it's a me error, not a pattern error. I think it's definitely user error. Oh, shoot. But oh well. It's pretty forgiving pattern. What do you think of the first square? Can you see it? Oh yeah, it looks good. Not too shabby. One down, 7 to go of the panel ones. Dang, it took me 25 minutes just to make one block. Dazzle, dazzle. The fabric feels very nice, by the way. You can tell it's very nice quality. As to be expected with Moda. I am a fan. Cut about 1/4 of an inch from your stitch. My bedtime alarm just went off and scared the bejesus out of me. So I'll get these pressed. Yeah, it was weird. The sides fit perfectly. It was just the long side that was weird. I could have cut these a little too big. You know what? I just thought about that. That might be why it was over. That is right on the money. Let me double check it. Oh. What? What? Oh no, they're right. That's right. No, that's not it. So, I just had fat seams. Or skinny seams. Woe is me. I'm always too skinny. Yeah, I'll be very curious to see how this one turns out. If I have any too long. Pull these off. I'm sorely tempted, guys, to buy one of those hexiclad frying pans that Gordon Ramsay sells. They're freaking expensive, though. I'm gonna ask Mama, I think, for a birthday gift. She might say no because it's just ridiculous to pay that much for a frying pan. It's $150 for a frying pan. And the reason I'm tempted is because I go through frying pans like crazy. It's like the non-stick just stops working after a few months. And I usually spend about $30 on a frying pan. So instead of buying them 3 times a year, why don't I just get a nice one that has a lifetime warranty? So that's what I'm considering. Y'all tell me your thoughts on if you know anything about those, or if you have them. I'd like to hear some feedback, because I'm tired of freaking frying pans sticking. I know Mama just bought me 2 for Christmas, and one of them's already everything's sticking to it. It's so frustrating. So yeah, let me know if y'all have tried them or if you have them. I'd like to know how long they really last. I did sign up to be an affiliate for them, and I was approved, but I haven't done anything yet. I have to try them out, you know. I want to know if they really work. And I like that you can use metal spatulas and stuff with them too, and put them in the dishwasher, and they're oven safe. They got all the bells and whistles. Non-patch. Look at this panel piece. Isn't that cute? Yeah, it's a little too long, see? I'm just obviously, I mean, maybe I cut these too short. That is a definite possibility. Nope, it's right on. So it's definitely my seams. I need to make them better. I need to make them bigger. Gosh, that's frustrating. isn't it? Well, I guess I don't even have to rip it. I could just go again. Witchy woman, see how high. Look at that trick. She flies. Witchy woman, she's got the moon in her eye. And from now on, I'm just going to make sure I do a full, fat 1/4 of an inch. Fat bottom seams, you make the rockin' world go round, yeah. Boom! Okay, so when I sew these together, I'm gonna make that a fatter seam and fingers cross it that it works. All right. Yeah, I'm going over a 1/4 of an inch on these. Usually I put my thread right here before the metal. I'm going to put it right to the metal. Nervous about this. It was still a little long. See, it's still hanging over a little bit there, 1/4 of an inch. That one's better. Oh, never mind. I was going to say, I'm not doing the fast seam, but... Supermodel work, cover girl, work it girl. People, do your thing on the runway. Work, supermodel, work it girl. It's still a little too long, so I should have made it even fatter. My goodness. This is turning out like this. I'm just taking it in just a little. Okay, this was just a little over. I think I can make this work with feed dogs. He is back in there thumping on that door. I think something's really good in there. And no, it's not mice. Don't have any, thank God. I have it in the ear. Ever since we put the wood flooring in, I used to get mice before we put the wood flooring in, which I put it in about 15 years ago, and we haven't had a mouse since. So whatever hole they were getting in from, that put a stop to that, thank goodness. My feed dogs took up that extra slide pretty well. Parker, cut it out, dude. Lord have mercy. You're acting like an insane person. Now, when we still had Ollie, if y'all were around when I had Ollie, he would bring in vermin all the time because he had a cat door he came in and out of. We could not keep him in the house. Every time we opened the front door, boom, he'd shoot off like a bat out of hell. So finally I just gave up and opened the cat door, and Ollie was very happy with that until he wasn't, and he never came home. And that was a horrible time, if y'all remember that too. Poor Ollie. So far, this one's not brave enough to venture outside, thank goodness. So that hasn't... He'll kind of, if we put him on the leash, he'll kind of sniff around at the door and maybe the garage, but that's as far as Parker wants to venture. But yeah, the good thing about when Ollie would be an outdoor cat, he would never use the litter box again. He would always use the bathroom outside. That cat was going to be wild. He might be out there still somewhere, living his best life. I hope so. But it's been 3 years now, so don't think he's coming back. He was a tuxedo cat. And he was a good boy. Except for bringing in every wild thing known to man. Sometimes dead, sometimes alive. Snakes, alive most of the time when he brought them in and let them go. Voles, rats, mice, birds, bunnies. He never brought a squirrel. He did massacre a rabbit in the bathroom while we were on vacation one time. Looked like a serial killer had struck. Ooh, that turned out really good. What do y'all think? This is going to be the prettiest freaking quilt, I tell you what. And if you're wondering about the red and bleeding, whenever I wash a quilt for the first time, I always do those, I think they're called grabbits. They're in the laundry aisle. Color grabs. They look like dryer sheets. You put a couple in there, and all the color that runs goes to those and not your quilt. Tip for that. What do y'all think? I might have time to make one more. Let me check my time. Alright, we do have some more time. I'm going to work on these next two at a time, since I pretty much figured out what I'm doing. Now Parker's in the shower. I hear him in the shower with the zoomies. Y'all, I hid. You remember when I got that box of treats in for him for his birthday from Chewy? I put them away and promptly forgot where I put them away. I searched for an hour last night because my bag of treats by my bed that I give him when we go to bed was empty, and you know he's expecting that treat at bedtime. I look, here he is. He heard me say the T word. I looked through my hoard in my living room for like an hour because I knew I had them, but I put them in those. If on my unboxing videos you see that bench under the window behind me, there's little baskets. I put them in one of those baskets. Plum hid them from myself. Dang it. So I picked out little meat sticks that I had got him, salmon flavored meat sticks. He did eat it, but I don't think he loves it because he ate most of it and then left like this much on the bed. He did pick it up later after I encouraged him several times to do so. So we'll see what he thinks when I hand it to him tonight. He may turn his nose up at me. If he does, I can always give them to Mom. She can feed them to her babies. Now, the other 8 in this fabrique. If I can get 4 of these blocks in one video, that'll help me gauge how long the series will be. The series would be 4 videos of piecing and then probably one video of putting it all together. 1 or 2. So this series will probably be, if I can get 4 done in about an hour, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6 videos long. My phone doesn't like videos much bigger than an hour because it takes up so much memory. I can get away with an hour and a half sometimes. Now what are you doing? What are you doing, Pee-Poo? What are you doing? Now he's trying to open the cabinet to my sewing machine. You're just full of beans tonight. Parker, there is nothing of interest in there for you. He's sitting on the box. I think I put a picture of him sitting on these boxes in the last video. He's back in there under my desk. Yeah, I'm glad I'm doing these a block at a time because it makes it more rewarding to see your finished block in between each one. And we just gotta trim them all, press them all. I may go ahead and pause when I'm doing this just to save us some video time. Okay, here's a hypothetical for you. Say you're doing these blocks, and this is a circle one, right? And you sewed a floral onto it. But you don't realize that you've done that until you have cut and pressed, and then you see, oh my gosh, I switched that. Do you rip and switch and resew, or do you say, it is what it is and leave it? Personally, I would say it is what it is and leave it. Y'all know I'm not a huge fan of redoing stuff. And especially with this, with them all being the same shade of red but different prints, I don't think it'd make a lick of difference. Now, if I just did it to like one and I hadn't done all of them, then I might rip it off and put it where it's supposed to go. But all of them, no. And hopefully I just didn't jinx myself with that scenario, because that's totes something I would do. Oh, Ollie would sometimes bring in birds alive and let them go, and they would just be flying around the house. The worst, though, those weren't so bad because you can catch a bird pretty easily, and you know it's there and where it is. The worst was when he would bring in voles and let those go. I don't think he ever actually brought in a real mouse. It was always voles. Once a huge rat, like with the long tail and everything. Thank God that was dead, because if that was alive right around my house, I would have had a coronary. But the voles, he wouldn't kill all the time. He would let those loose, and then he could care less. They'd just run away and he'd just look at them. Luckily about the voles, they're pretty slow. So I could catch them pretty easily. We all got pretty good at catching vermin. Now the rabbit he brought in, I think he did that twice, that were dead. The snakes, Sam would pick those up. We put them back outside if, they were alive. They would just be like little ribbon snakes. But voles look basically a lot like a mouse, but their tails are like this short, and then they have like this weird looking nose. Not like a straight up mole nose with this weird thing at the end of it, but it did look a little different. I never forget. I took a picture. I think it's up on Instagram, or it might have been on my YouTube. When it was Valentine's morning, and I was going to Stella's bedroom door to leave a box of chocolate hearts for her for Valentine's, and Ollie had left a dead bird at her door too, for her Valentine's present. And once he put a dead vole in Sam's. What was it, my shoe? My shoe, and once in Sam's shoe. Charlie was a totally different cat personality than Parker. Parker's real loving. He likes to cuddle and sit in my lap and be petted. Ollie was more of a typical cat that gave a crap less of, about that. He never got it really in my lap and all that stuff. He was definitely a wild child. He liked to be outside and stayed there most of the time. He'd come in at night to sleep and he'd be gone in the morning. He never stayed gone all night though until when he didn't come back home. I knew when he didn't come home that night, it was something bad. I hope, someone just picked him up and took him home versus, getting eaten by coyotes or dogs. So we live out in the country and there's all kinds of animals running around. One good thing is he was never a climber, and Parker's not either. So I'm thankful for those because I don't have to worry about them getting on the kitchen counters and stuff like that. About as high as Parker will get is couch level or bench level. Pressing all of these. I'm making these fatter. I meant to make it fatter in the middle. I actually made it fatter on the posts. I didn't mean to do that. But I've already done it now, so I'm going with it. Cut and press. Okay, this one. Dang it. Here's my other one. I cannot believe Easter is Sunday, y'all. This year, again, is flying by. I wish time would slow down. If I could see time in a bottle. Yeah, all of these are like a little too big. I still need to make my seams. They're running about 1/4 of an inch too big total, which the feed dogs are helping me with that, but I still need to make my seams a little bit bigger. It is hard for me to get used to not doing a scant. Now these I didn't make any, these I did use scants and I shouldn't have. The other ones I did the fatter seam, so hopefully the long sides fit. Oh dang, that is like way over. Fit better. Dang it. Should have been putting these together. late today.
It's like 9:30.
I know. I'm a crazy person. What?
9:50.
Seriously?
Yeah, just check your clock.
Lord of mercy.
Got me on.
Alright guys, we're definitely running over an hour, but I'm gonna get these done. Dang it. It's still too long. About 1/2 inch. Maybe the feed dogs can do it. Yeah, it's not too bad. I think feed dogs can take care of it. Somebody needs to work on their seam allowances though. Me. Alright, longer side. Yeah, see when I pull, I can. Work. It works if you work it now. Work it. Ooh, I see one thing I can do better. My pressing is off. That one's pretty good. This one's just a little too long, but not bad at all. If y'all are sewing this with me, let me know if yours came out a little too big too, or is it just me? I'm pretty sure it's probably just me and my skinny seams. My svelte seams. Yeah, I'm just making these end blocks seam up. Lining up these and then taking it to the streets. Taking it to the streets. I think we can do 4 video. I probably will have to just cut out the seams when I'm trimming and pressing to save us a little time. We're running over an hour, but not too terribly. It probably have been just perfect. Well, I had to do all those corrections, so that definitely adds to it. But I think I'm getting her down now, so it should go faster.
I think Parker opened your sink cabinets.
Did he? He was in there working on them for about 30 minutes. He finally did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Good on you, P3. I keep hearing him. They're doing this. But I guess he finally figured out how to get it.
What happened to your table fan?
I'm just gonna have to pull that out, my extension table, when I'm like doing borders and stuff, because I can't leave it there all the time. I don't have enough room. It covers up my cutting table, but I'm definitely pulling it out for bigger pieces. And then whenever I get a sewing room, I'll make it a permanent fixture in my new space.
You're gonna get a sewing room with when both of us move out.
I'll get one when one of you move out.
I may be the first one.
You may be. You may be. Sam might never leave. Okay, here we've got this. I think it's so pretty. Stella, you like it?
Yep.
And the other one.
This is so good. You want one?
What is it?
Iced coffee?
Not it. Why are you drinking iced coffee at bedtime? Okay, guys, give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe if you like to watch Sew With Me. I'll see y'all at the next one.